We've been practicing our counting 1 all the way to 100. Today we'll go from 100 to 150, okay? So we're gonna go past 100 today. So it's the same thing, except we're in the hundreds now. So we would say 100, 101, 102, 3, 100 and keep going.
105, 106, 107,
160, keep going. 118, 120, 121. Good. All right, good guys. 150. Okay. Yeah, that's what I had said. 150. I didn't say we were going to. All right, let's go ahead and review our days of the week and our months of the year. So 1 full week, does anyone know how many days is in a full week? How many days, Micah?
a year.
Okay, no, not quite. Huh?
7.
Yes, 7 days. So 1 week is 7 days. A full week is a total of 7 days. Let's review our days of the week. Let's see if you remember. So I have them out of order. Let's see if you remember them.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, first one. Let me see. Tuesday,
Sunday,
Sunday,
Thursday,
Thursday, Wednesday,
Friday, Monday, Saturday.
Awesome. So those are your 7 days of the week. Now let's talk about our months. Okay. So the month, so not only do we have a day of the week, like today is Tuesday, we have a month that we're inside of. So in a full year, there are 12 months. 1 year equals 12 months. We are in the 9th month, which is September. We're almost to the end of the year, which will be December is the last month, and then we start all over again with our first month of the year, which is January. So let's go over them. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September,
October.
yes, October,
November.
November, December. And when December finishes, it starts all over again and we go back to January. So we are in September, we have October, November. When December comes, it'll be a brand new year. Okay, so we are in the 9th month, which is September. That's where we are right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our board work. All right, so remember, guys, we have been talking about story problems. A story problem is a problem in math. It's a story that has a problem, but because we're doing it in math, we have numbers. We have a sum more, which means we are adding, that's addition. And we have a sum went away, which is subtraction, we are losing. Sum more, we're gonna have some, then we add some more to it. Sum went away, we have some, then we lose some, so we end up with less. That is subtraction, we're losing. Okay, so in your book now, you will start to have story problems, and then you'll have a box that you draw your picture in, which that's what we practiced on last week. But just in case you didn't remember what it was, I'm going to remind you so that when you see it in your book on today or tomorrow, you'll be like, oh, I know what this is. So you'll have your story problem in words, then you have to draw your picture. This is how I want you to break it down. First thing you do is I want you to read the story problem all the way. So you'll say, Tim ate 2 tacos, Sam ate 3 tacos. How many tacos did they eat together? So I read the whole thing. That's the first thing you do is you read all of it first. Then you go ahead and break it down so you can create your picture. So first thing I'll do is I'll say, Tim ate 2 tacos. What do I need to do? Draw 2 tacos. So I'm gonna draw 1 and 2. Next, it tells us Sam ate 3 tacos. We want to figure out how many they ate all together. So this is the sum more story problem. Sum more. So remember, guys, I just said it is sum more. So I told you last week, whenever we do a sum more, we put the line between it to show what we're adding. So Tim ate 2. How many did Sam eat? 3. So let's draw the 3 that we're adding. So now we have a picture. Sam ate 2. We drew his 2. We put our line to show that we're adding. Sam ate 3. So that's 2 and 3. How many tacos did they eat all together? Cairo, because you're raising your hand quietly. 5 tacos. They ate 5 tacos all together. So we created a picture for the story problem. Okay, let's look at the second one. There were 5 markers on the table, 2 rolled away. There were 5 markers on the table, 2 rolled away. So I read the whole thing. Now I determine, is this sum more or sum went away? Which one? You can tell me.
Some went away.
Sum went away. We are losing. So now we create our picture for this one. So how many did we start with? There were how many?
5.
So let's go ahead and start with 5. So we'll draw our 5 markers. So what happened? 2 rolled away. Now, do I draw 2 more? No, because I'm not adding 2. What happens to 2 of them? What happens to them? Yes, we X them out because they went away. So I X out 1 and 2. Now, how many markers do I have on the table now? 3 markers on the table now. So do you see how this works? A story problem? Yeah? Do we see how it works? Okay, so you'll have one in your book on today. So pay attention, close attention. We did this last week. I'm just reviewing so that when you have it in your book, you know what to do, okay? All right, next thing I want to cover in math is in between numbers. So sometimes we'll have a problem where it's asking us what numbers come in between. I'm starting with 6 and I end with 9. I need to figure out what goes in between. Does anyone know what 2 numbers will go in between 6 and 9? What 2 numbers?
7 and 8.
7, 8. Good. I'm starting with 23 and I'm finishing with 26. What 2 numbers would go in between?
24 and 25.
24, 25. Awesome. All right. So I'll give you one to think about. I'll put it up and then I want you to think about it. Think about it. Don't say it out loud. Think about it. You don't have to write it. Just think about it. All right. So 11 and 14. What two numbers would go in between 11 and 14? Asa?
13 and 12.
12 and 13. 12, 13. So all you do is just count. That's really all you do. 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. All right. So today we are also going to learn our first coin of the year. This coin is different from all the other coins. And it's different for several reasons. The first reason is because it's a different color than all the rest of the coins. This one is brown. It's made out of copper. It's brown. The person that is on this coin is also facing the opposite way of everyone else on all the other coins. This coin also has the lowest, it's worth the lowest amount. And it's very easy to count this coin because it's an easy coin. It's the lowest coin, is the worth the least amount of money. It's worth the least amount of money. It's brown. The person on it is facing the opposite way. Does anyone know what coin I am talking about? Does anyone know? I know when y'all doing y'all lessons, second grade, y'all better know what you're talking about because y'all supposed to know what first grade is doing.
I'm not. Oh, I the whole
Okay, which coin, Elijah?
penny.
The penny. We are learning the penny. Pennies are pretty easy because pennies we count by ones, like I said. Oh, I'm saying that now. We count by ones with pennies. They're worth only 1 cent. So we count by ones. So again, a penny is only worth 1 cent. And we count by ones. So like I said, the penny is brown. That's how we know the difference between the penny and other coins. It's brown. And also Abraham Lincoln, who is on the penny, is also facing the opposite way than everyone else. All the other coins, they're facing the right. Abraham Lincoln is facing the left. So that's a way to tell whenever we start to combine the other coins together with our penny, that's how we'll know the difference. Sometimes though in your book, the coin will be on the back. This is something that all coins have that give us a clue of which coin it is. Because we can look at the back and we'll say, I don't know what coin that is. But there is something that you have to pay close attention to in order to figure out which coin it is. And that's what the words are. See on here, it says 1 cent. That is telling you that this coin is worth 1 cent. It's a penny and you count by ones. So if the coin is ever on the back, look for those words. If it's a dime, it'll say 1 dime. If it's a nickel, it'll say 5 cents. If it's a quarter, it'll say $1/4. Every time it's to the back, you have to read the words because like I said, when we're going to start to combine all the coins together, some of them will be on the back, but you have to pay attention to the wording and that tells you which coin it is. So we know the front, but we also have to know the back and it says 1 cent. So Abraham Lincoln is who is on our penny and the penny is worth only 1 cent. Okay, so how much money would this be?
2.
2 what?
2
Cents. When we say money, we say cents. Also, when we write it down, we make sure we put the cent symbol because guess what, guys? When we take a test and I don't see you put the cent symbol, guess what happens? You lose points on your test. So make sure that when you're dealing with money, not only do you say cents, but you also write the cent symbol as well. So if I had 5 pennies, that would be 5 cents. If I had 20 pennies, that would be 20 cents. Okay, awesome. So you will have the pennies in your book on today. Well, go ahead and get out your book. Let's look at it in your book. So Asa, you have your math book. We'll be on page 16A in your math book.
Wait, which one?
16A. All right, AC, you have your page 16A?
16A.
Yes, all right, so let's look at number 3. So it says color the pennies brown. So put a B inside of all your pennies. All right, so we should have put a B in all our pennies. So now it asks how many pennies was that total? How many pennies? So count it before you raise your hand. Thank you. 6. 6. Well, you weren't ready. Okay, so then how much money would that be? 6 pennies is how much money? 6. What? 6 cents. So go ahead and put a 6 and make sure to put your cent symbol behind it. Put your cent symbol behind it.
Behind right here.
6 cents. No, right there on number 3. Behind the 6. So when you write, you put 6, then cents. On number 3. No, you put the 6 on the line, y'all. I don't.
Yeah, you put the 6 on
Trying to
the
understand.
line.
Why does Okay, that's it for math. We're gonna go ahead and go on to writing. You need your letters book. Asa, we're on letter B on today. Letter B on today.
Where's
Which
that?
would be page 15 in your book. Letter B, lowercase b, page 15, letters book. All right, letter B. Yeah, they're doing their warm up. Okay, so cursive letter B. So letter B is similar to L. It's just we have a few extra things to do in order to finish letter B, but it's similar to L, which you learned I think last week. So first thing we will do when it comes to letter B, we'll start here, we'll start here on the red. First thing we'll do is we'll curve up all the way, loop, curve, and come down. Then we're gonna curve up, and then we kick it out. That's our connector. Who knew that already? I think you all did. I'm just refreshing you.
knew it already.
Again, you're going to curve up, loop all the way down, curve up again, kick it out. One more time. It's like we're doing an L.
It is.
Here.
Good.
All right, so go ahead. You can do the whole page. Go ahead. You can do the whole page. I'll give you about 5 minutes because I don't think it should take you that long. Okay, so go ahead. You can finish the entire page. Okay. You have that already? Yeah. Okay, so remember, guys, we've been learning how to write a sentence correctly. We've been learning the rules. So what is the first rule in writing a sentence? What is the first most important rule we have to follow to make sure that we write our sentence correctly? We have to start it off right. Okay, Ace, the first rule.
You have to have a capitalized letter.
Yes, your first letter has to be capitalized. You have to start your sentence off with a capital letter. Good. What is our next most important rule, Brayley? Finish our sentence with a period. Awesome. So last week we started to create our own sentences, which we'll do a little bit this week, probably tomorrow. Today, we're just going to correct some sentences. So let's look at my 3 sentences on the board. You can look at them and tell they are not correct, right? Do they have capital letters? No. Do they have periods? So when you write it down, what should you do? Put capital letters and periods. Let's look at number 1. Joe can sing. Go ahead and do number 1. Only number 1 right now. Only number 1. Joe, yes, that's fine. No, actually on your letters one. So get that back out. Yeah. Okay, Joe can sing. Number one, write it correctly. So number one, how do we write it correctly?
We put a capitalized letter in the front and a period on the end.
Good. We should have a capital J and a period. And I think I've seen most people did that. Well, some people are missing that period, guys. Remember, the period is what finishes your sentence. We are not drawing. It's not our class. Okay, number two. Dad will clean the car. Dad will clean the car. Dad will clean the car. Number two. Go ahead and do number two. That's fine. Give you guys a really long time. I am giving you a really long time. Dad will clean the car. How would we write this correctly? Dad will clean the car. Okay, Braylee, how do we write this one correctly? Capitalize my first letter, that D. Period at the end. Okay, and then our last one, number three. Ron had a birthday. Ron had a birthday. Write this one correctly. I'll give you less time, okay? Because wait. Okay, let's go over number three. Ron had a birthday. Okay, Micah, how do we write this one correctly? Capitalize my R. How do I finish it? Awesome, with the period. Good job. Okay, very basic. Capitalize the first letter, period on the end. Next week we'll learn a new rule. But for now, this is our rule. Capital letters in the beginning, periods at the end, okay? All right, so that's it for this morning. When we come back, we'll do we'll have a lot when we come back. We have language to cover, phonics, language, science, social studies, spelling, all of that. So yeah, we have a lot to do later on, okay? All right, Asa, I'll see you a little later on. We'll take a little break, okay? Bye-bye.
We're gonna go through our books. Okay. I'm not.
You heard me, Asa? Yeah? Okay, bye-bye.